to SRL. Season 8 is over. Sigh of relief as to SRL. Season 8 is over. sigh of relief as 2SRL Season 8 is over. Sigh of relief as 2SRL Season 8 is over.
Hello everybody and welcome to 2SRL Tier 3's Round 10, and today we are here at the beautiful British countryside and dry weather in England for Tier 3. And like I said, it is shocking to say we have got a dry track today, and we have the drivers coming out of the pit lane now to begin their qualifying session, and already a few people on different tyres, but there you go. Sorry about the technical delay. We had a few technical issues because Codemasters bring in some new bugs every single time. So we've just had to get everyone back into the lobby, and we are here now, hopefully, for a exciting race today. F1's oldest circuit on the calendar since 1950. We've had a few different changes in the British GP. However, this is the one that we've all been waiting for, and well, as usual, for Tier 3, even though I haven't done it in a few weeks. My name is Adiro, but I think everyone knows me as Adam, and as always, in the commentary box for Tier 3 is the ever-present Kimmy, if he's actually managed to sort everything out now. Yeah, we just... Oh, sugar. Yep, there we go, it's sorted now, because I accidentally been taken off mute.
Yeah, well, hello. I am here again for Tier 3. I've been commenting a little bit with Sam, but it's nice to have Adam back in the studio, and I'm ready to commentate a dry British Grand Prix this time around.
I mean, we're already, 1 minute in, and we already have someone on the intermediate tyre shiv on the Inters. So he must be expecting the great British weather to, not deceive anyone. And it must be raining pretty soon, because I can say that today we've had about 3 different seasons in one go. So he's obviously prepared for the weather coming in however he is pitting. So I'm pretty sure it is not going to be raining in the race, because we've already had to set the lobby to the correct settings already.
I think he's just doing a track walk and not wasting his tires. So I think that's a strat today.
It's a pretty good strat. It means you don't have to use up your mediums actually. So he could be very clever here, and he's done his banker lap on the medium on the Inters. Clever. So can he translate that to the race? Anyway, we are here now, starting the first few of our qualifying runs, and we do have Tidal on a lap, and I believe from last time he has actually changed teams, and he's now coming up to the Hanger Straight and to set his first time. But we do have a few cars coming up to the finish line now. I think Kurz will be the first one. No, not Kurz. We will have Trevor Linden as the first one to cross the line now, as he comes out of club to set the time, looking at a 1:27.59 here. So he's the first one to say anything. But we do have Tidal now coming up through the final turn as he comes on to the main straight now, and what will he set in? That is not going to be much faster, so only a 1:26 set. But Spooner has gone ahead, and we haven't noticed that, but 1:25.3 for Spooner, so the times are starting to tumble down. And a few new faces as well on
a
here.
lot of new faces actually today. There's been a big revamp in the driver lineup and with the reserves, so I'm excited to see what they can do.
Indeed, I mean, every time... Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Down on the 24/7. We're a bit out of practice, so we'll get back into it, but go ahead.
we're a bit out of practice, but we'll get back in sync. I mean, if your social bubble's been burning today after the first time in lockdown for ages, it'll get back in swing of it. I mean, if Tipsy and Bance can find their duo, well... God, what was I about to say? Love. I mean, they do have the love in the commentary box. If we can find their chemistry back in the commentary box after a long time, then I think anyone can. But there you go, Sonny with the 1:24.7, and
there you go.
He's back. But are we back? We shall find out in just a second.
I think it's definitely gonna take a bit more than 1:24.7 to get back for us, but I think we'll get there very quickly. And Sonny back on top. Probably not going to stay there, knowing that Danny and Owen have yet to set their lap times. But yes, good stuff for now.
Yeah, I mean, if we want to put a car on the track again, so the commentary bot can go faster than everyone, then please be my guest. Anyone can do that right now. But either way, we've got Owen on a lap coming through sector 2 now, and let's see what he can do. But he takes a lot of curb coming out down the Hanger Straight, but ahead of him he has a fair bit of traffic, so he's going to be looking to clear that pretty quickly as he comes up now through the penultimate section of the track, and he's got to get these exits perfect, and he comes now up to Vale, and he's going to take a lot of curb, and we have a teleported car in front of him, but he takes quite a lot of curb, shifts up really early, but this looks like it's going to be a good lap from Owen, but it's not going to be enough, so he goes into P3, but expect those times to fall. And yeah, your champ, well, Owen, from the start of the season, obviously I've missed a few races, but he started to get it round, well, swing his fortune round since I last watched him in Spain and Monaco. So we'll get the championship standings up to him, but very good luck from the Alfa Romeo driver.
Yeah, I do believe he's leading the championship, but I'm not quite sure. Don't quote me on that, but I think Alfa Romeo for sure are definitely leading by a heavy lead now. Both Il and A-Sport, I believe, are P1 and P2 in the championship, so with a good lead as well. So I think Alfa Romeo is definitely the dominant team this season.
Do you want me to tell you if you're right or wrong in terms of that? All right, then, if I can get it up. Right, then, in the lead of this championship is It is actually Owen. You are correct on 145 points with Ace Boy on 139. We do have the Williams driver of Jozzo, who is unfortunately decided to step down from his seat. So the Alfa Romeo guys are running away with the championship at the minute. Blindervinker is not present today either, so it looks like the Alfa Romeo guys are going to extend it up, but unless Danny and Ocean Chief have got an answer in the Haas to get onto that. And in the constructors, Alfa Romeo are leading the way on 284 and Williams in second on 169, but that could be a bit of a stall for them because both their drivers not being here today. So Alfa Romeo definitely are going to be the ones to extend that lead at the top of the championship. However, we have got 10 minutes left in qualifying and Sonny still sits on top, but we do have a lot more guys to go out for sure.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what Haas could do actually, because I know Danny and Ocean Chief. I don't know Ocean Chief. He's quite strong at this track, to be fair, compared to his other tracks. And I know Danny is a very talented driver as well. So if they are able to close the gap to Alfa Romeo today, potentially, but there is definitely a huge gap that needs to be closed. And yeah, I don't see anyone really challenging them apart from potentially Haas.
Yeah, I mean, the old man is currently down in P7 and Danny hasn't set a lap yet. And he doesn't look like he's actually on one because he hasn't got his DRS open. Oh. When you accidentally turn your phone on to read the YouTube chat and accidentally spam it up the microphone, it is getting back in sync already. But and no, I do not have a new mic, Joel. I have just decided to sit closer to it for once, and it actually does sound very clear, surprisingly. However, thank you for noticing. But either way, it's bit of quite a ride, but we've got Dominon now back out on track, and the second wave of laps about to start again. Dominon, a pretty new driver from what I've told. I think he started doing a few reserve races from the last time I commentated, but he is looking pretty much on the pace at the minute.
I feel like he's been in all the races so far, actually. I recognize his name. Like, he seems, definitely for me, he seems like to be one of the regulars. So, and he's always showed promise. He's been good in qualifying, but in the race he's sort of been a bit unlucky. But definitely P2 currently on that lap. Maybe this is where his fortune changes.
Indeed, and we will see if we can do that. But we do have him coming up to the final section now to start a lap. But we also do have the Mercedes of Shaka on a lap now, and he is going to be coming through turn 3 now, coming out of the loop and up to the first DRS zone. He could actually go on board with him for a lap if he can put one together. So now coming up to the DRS drone, down the Wellington straight, up to Brooklands and Luffield, taking it in 8th, braking at the 100 metre board, now taking a lot of curb, but going a little bit wide into Brooklands, now coming out into Luffield, takes the curb very nicely on the inside to minimise traction and wheel spin, now coming down through Woodcut to Cops, and he wants to get it full throttle through here if he can, very nicely on the inside curb. Be careful not to invalidate on the exit. And now for the tricky part, Maggots and Beckett's free sweep left right, coming out on sector 2 onto the Wellington straight or Hangar straight, and takes a lot of curb on the exit, and this could actually be a pretty decent sector time for Shaka. And now he powers down all the way to Stowe and Vale. Let's see what he can do, and takes a lot of curb on the inside as well. Very nicely done. Doesn't invalidate, almost did from the look of it on the onboard, but now coming up to Vale, critical, he gets these spot on, locks up a little bit, goes a little bit deep, but not too much to throw him off, and back end steps out there, and looks like we are going to see a 126 or 125.8 for Shaka. So not a bad lap from him.
Yeah, it's a good first lap, to be honest, and he's always got time to improve. He made a few mistakes in the final sector that I'm sure he knows that he can improve on. And our Dominon, actually, with a 24.3, so that's a stonker of a lap right there. He's well ahead of the field at the moment, but I'm sure people are going to catch up. Yeah,
I mean, Sonny is currently on a lap, and he is coming up actually to some traffic now, so hopefully this doesn't impede him, because he's coming through Cops, and he's got a Haas and Williams ahead of him. Can't tell if we're on the lap, but it looks like the Haas is not on the lap, and is Chief in front of him, but Chief does get out of the way in a very precarious position, but credit to him to do that. Spooner, also, I don't think Spooner's on the lap, but he's definitely giving some DRS to Sonny, and Sonny got a nice little toe there up down the Hangar straight, and he now comes out the final section. He was pretty equal on his time, but can he go faster than Dominon as he comes through Vale now? This is going to be pretty close between these two. We don't know what their sector times was separating. He comes around the final turn. Is this going to be enough to put Dominon off provisional pole? And it is pretty close. Sonny goes with a 124.4. Very close indeed. And I am going to say that. Oh, it was very close indeed.
Yeah. Also, hello, Neth. Yes, you are now named Joel. That's how it is. Deal with it. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's how it is.
Well, I was going to say we've got Neff's now Joel. Joel's now Neff. Who's going to be next? Ocean Chief.
Owen and Dragon have been giving the admins an absolute headache by Owen being called Dragon and Dragon being called Owen. And we knew what happened, but still, you add one and it adds the other, and it's just so confusing. They finally changed it, but it was definitely a headache.
I was gonna say definitely. I mean, I even saw it in chat before race, and I was like, "Who is that, Dragon or Owen?" But then Owen has not been doing the same because I can call Dragon JQR. So there you go. If they want to do that again, please, I'm just gonna call Owen now Dragon. So Dragon coming up through cups. Can he improve? And we do see that Spoon who just crossed the line. It was Danny up into P6. So very nice from him, but. Dragon coming through Maggots and Beckett's now onto the hanger straight, gets a lot of curb on the inside on the final exit, takes a lot of curb on the exit as well. And this looks like a very good lap time, but he's actually not improved on his time, so he's not going to go very further unless he can improve on Spooner. Then he might have a chance, or he can pit now and do another lap. So let's see what he does, but he's going to pit actually, so there you go. He's not feeling like he's going to improve enough, so Dragon goes back into the garage to another one, and I am gonna try and keep doing that, but I don't think I will be able to keep up, to be honest.
No, let's just stick to Owen, make it much more simple. I was already confused enough. We obviously the Saturday, last Saturday we had the race between 2SL, and I let me just check this before I butcher it. One sec.
Romanian Racing Series.
Yes, it was. I don't want to cause any upsets. Okay, yeah, so it was the RLRS, so 2SL versus RLRS, and I remember Dragon was driving for them at Silverstone, but we had accidentally put Owen into the roster to begin with because we got confused with the names. So please, let's stick to the Owen.
Okay, well, we'll try to do that. So I'll keep it to Owen, or Owen the Dragon Slayer, and yeah. Oh well. But either way, it looks like Ocean Chief has backed off his lap because he was on one, but he's not gonna have a chance to do one. But he'll have a chance to do one more if he can get back to the pit now. And this is going to be the key thing for all these drivers. If they can get back to the pits now and do one more lap, then they should have the chance to be able to try and improve in the minute. But Dominon and Sonny 6/10 ahead of the field at the moment, and it's clear to see that at both the AlphaTauri and Red Bull drivers, it looks like they are going to be battling around for a demotion or promotion at the minute, so we'll see how that goes. But surprisingly, the Alfa Romeo's not the ones leading the way. However, they are currently P3 and P5, so let's see how they do as they go into the final session. But I think we need to add 20 seconds on as well, because we usually keep forgetting that bug.
Yeah, there's a lot of bugs, and sometimes they happen, sometimes they don't. We don't know when they happen, so let's just assume there is a bug knowing Codemasters. So yeah, let's add 20 seconds extra, and there's definitely time for one more lap for everyone who's in the pit now.
Yeah, I'm going to keep a close eye on Dominon as he's starting his out lap now, and Sonny as well. Well, Sonny not coming out just yet, so he knows he's probably got a little bit more time to play around with, and we do see him, that's Gurla leaving the pits, not Sonny, because I saw Red Bull going to the end of the pit lane, so Sonny probably playing a little bit more time here, and going to get a slow toe from his teammate, but we'll see as the drivers now start to come out of the pit lane. But Dominon looking like favourite for pole, unless Sonny can deny him in the final runs in qualifying. And then behind, Ace Boy and Owen looking pretty comfortable in the constructors, and it looks like Alfa Romeo are going to take a lot more points, but Williams looking to split them at the minute with Spooner and Kebab in P4 and P6.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken though, both of these Williams drivers are reserve drivers, so I don't think they're going to score any. I don't know how it works. Do they score points for the team?
I don't think they do in 2S. So okay. These guys are not scoring reserves. There you go. We are actually learning the rules as well. So, woohoo! But anyway, I should actually get on board with the lap instead of, watching the pit lane. But we do have Dominon now starting his final lap, and I think he is going to be the first runner to have a go unless the Mercedes ahead has started. But my God, there is such a traffic jam coming out the pit lane. It is mental up ahead, but Dominon starts his flying lap. But if I can get on board with Trevor Linden, no, who is it? Where, like, Owen? Look at the traffic jam ahead on the mini map. It's mental. These guys actually.
Like Monza in real life or something. This is crazy scenes.
Well, this is crazy scenes to see what the heck is going on here. But it looks like they have found a little bit of space on the track here, and it looks like they are going to be able to do that. And so Henke is also setting a lap because he actually hasn't set a lap yet. So let's see what he can do as well. He comes out of sector 2 on the medium, so Henke thinking he can go quickly. And there's a Renault spun right in front of him, and not sure who it is. However, Dominon is he's going to run into traffic. Oh no, Dominon he can't do anything. I don't think he can do anything because Julius is also on a lap. Oh, that is killer for Dominon as Julius takes him out of the session, and there you go. So I'm not sure what's gone on there.
Owen's rounded last corner. Now he gets a 24.7, so not enough to get up to the top spot, but it's enough to get him for P3 provisionally. Boy as well, currently
3 subs. Hey, we got it at the same time. Coming up to the final turn now, and I'll let you do across the line.
Alright, so yeah, he's rounded the final corner now. He looks to be a good lap, and he's definitely going to be a 24. It's 24.40, so that's just enough to pit Sonny for P2. Sonny's yes to complete this lap, though. But Aceboy up to P2 provisionally. Let's have a look at what Sonny's doing. And Sonny is half a tenth up on his time, and he's only gone through sector 2 now. So he still has a lot of track. Oh, as he spins and around Sonny goes. So that is Sonny's lap over, and I believe Dominon. Yeah, he's in the pits. So Dominon is not challenging for another time, and unless Ocean Chief can do something.
No, he can't. Ocean Chief's not. No, Ocean Chief is not on a lap. It's the other Haas driver. However, he has an issue. Oh no, he's actually not on a lap because he's invalidated. But Trevor Linden is on a lap at the moment ahead of him. So the Racing Point driver, coming through Magnussen Beck's now and seeing what he can do. But it looks like he is the only driver on a lap at the minute. SLR Henke actually going to P13 on the medium. So fair play to him. He is 1/10 up. So Trevor Linden can jump up here to P7 potentially, or P6 as he comes through.
It's so close.
Yeah,
I just realized.
It's so close down there. You can put your money on it at the minute. I'm going to say he's going to go P6. Actually, no, I'm going to say he's going to go P5 as he comes through Vale now. Let's see what Trevor Linden can do as he comes round the final turn. What's he going to do? Please say it's P5. Oh,
what a prediction. And he goes P5 with 24.9.
Yes, if you want to put your money on, put it on Racing Point, and there you go. Unless Shaka is on a lap, we don't have anyone else on for one. And there you go. Dominon takes pole, and Aceboy and Sonny on the front row with him. Owen in P4 on the second row. Trevor Linden, Spooner. Third row, Kebab, Ocean Chief, Danny and Gerla on the fifth. So pretty close with all these guys, and it is going to be an exciting race. But wow, what an end to qualifying. Dominon getting bot by Julius, but still not denying him pole position.
Yeah. Wow. I don't know much more to say. That was exciting at the end, and especially between Aceboy and Sonny. Sonny was improving his lap time, and then he had that major spin, which cost him the potential for P1 actually. Yeah, I'm kind of shaking actually. Right.
Yeah, I'm kind of like now, who's gonna win? But I'm not sure just yet. We'll see in just a moment as the drivers finish off. But please said the lobby doesn't bug out. Oh no. Okay, thank God. Yes.
Okay.
We still got to go through. We still got to go through the loading phase next. That's even more scary. The black screen of death. Woo.
Yeah. All right. Antoine in chat asks, "What accent is that?" And he says, "Jump up."
Jump up. That is English. That is. The thing is though, I'm English. Why was I about to say you're Danish? You're Dutch.
Well, actually, I am Danish. I'm not Dutch. I just live in Netherlands. So you had it the right way around the first time.
I did. However, I almost got it right. I'll take that. Dominon, Ace Boy, Sonny, Owen Trevelyan, Spooner, Kebab, Ocean Chief, Danny, Gurley, your top 10. Kurz, Tranquilo, Snahenki, Shaka, Ford Mustang, Lavitzig, Tidal, Shiv, Santia, and Julius rounding out your grid. And I said Ford Mustang, I meant Maud Mustang. I got it. Maud Mustang. Being very creative in P14. So there you go. But all right then, let's get on to the business end of this race. And yeah, I am actually putting my fan on because I'm boiling.
All right, session starting in 30 seconds. Just waiting for all the players.
You wait. Well, I was going to say, is it going to start in 30 seconds? Are you
well,
putting
this
your
is
hopes
the
up?
thing with Codemasters has been a little bit sketchy today, so we are a little bit tense, a little bit anxious, but I'm sure it's going to work. There's been no issues so far.
I was going to say white transit vans are less sketchy than Codemasters. So,
especially when they have free candy written on the side.
Indeed.
But anyways.
I mean, unless we want to get demonetized on YouTube, let's not take that further, but we are advertising transit vans.
And we do have a lobby that works for now. Anything can happen.
Don't curse it. Don't curse it. We've already cursed it.
I have some wood. I'm going to touch some wood real quick. There you go. That probably sounds cursed in the mic. But anyways.
Right. Hang on. I'll do mine as well. Right, there you go. We're not cursing wood now. We're good.
It's going to be good. We've got a good race ahead of us.
Indeed. And thank you, Antoine. The accent is English, and it was voted the worst in the UK, I think, a few years ago, because it is the Black Country accent. However, we'll see about that. Shaka is disqualified from the formation lap with Maud Mustang. Yes, I got it right. I thought I was losing it a little bit, and they are going to be starting on minus 200-degree tyres at the back of the grid, so really unfortunate for them. However, expect to see Dominon put in a very good performance today, part of the future esports academy, and I actually do know a few of those guys. Domo the Alien and Pixel, both very good friends, and Dominon also looking, I think I've actually known him fair bit, but fair play to him because he is getting pole today, but let's see what he can do again in either way. Oh, we got Domo and Dominon, but I don't think we are going to discount Ace Boy and Sonny because Ace Boy has the chance to potentially close the gap on Owen today. But if you have a look again at the standings, it's 6 points difference. So Ace Boy is going to try and take the chance today to get ahead of his teammates. So these guys are racing for position at the minute on track, but also in the constructors. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Also, Sonny, he has a reputation of bottling it. He gets memed about it in chat. So let's hope today is the race where he doesn't bottle it.
I was don't curse it. We've touched wood. we've touched wood, so we should be all right. Anyway, the guys lining up on the grid for the start of the British GP as we see the rest of the herd come back. I mean, well, it's not.
Oh, it's quite a bit of gap from Dominon to the last place cars actually, as I believe that is Tranquilo who's created quite a nice gap there. So they're gonna be quite cold, the tires for the front runners, but yeah, it's the same for everyone. So
I was going to say,
a good race ahead of us.
I've got a pun to put in quickly. The gap was quite tranquil for the rest of them. I know it was terrible. However, anyway, 5 lights coming out now in Codemasters time. And
where we go?
And Dominon gets a very nice start. Once the camera angle changes, we'll be able to see, but he holds off into turn 1. Sonny coming up into P2, and we see it has to go off wide, and it looks like Tranquilo has got a time penalty already. Dominon leads out into turn 2, coming up to the loop now. But it looks like Owen.
Yeah, he was spun around by Trevelyan, so he's had an incident there, and there's been carnage in the back. So Ferrari off and the Mercedes touching wheels. Definitely not the optimal start for Owen. He's going to want a combat drive now. We've seen it happen before, but unfortunate incident there for Owen. But damn, we got a lot of stuff happening already.
Yeah, I was going to say, we are having a lot of battles going on. Trevor London's got up to P4 with that contact, and we are seeing a lot of overtaking, but we do see Owen actually already getting up on a place, but this is a mad battle here for P13, and Shiv getting close with Owen. As you can see, all 4 of them getting really wide, coming up to Cots, but it looks like Owen's going to go down the inside of Shiv as Shiv tries to take a lot of the track on the outside, and he loses out. Owen, I think, got tapped in the back from what I saw, and he's up to P13 now, so he needs to get a bit of a move on if he's going to get any chance of scoring points in this race. However, the pack, it looks like it is starting to filter out a bit, and we do have Kebab making a move also on Santia now, coming from Eggs and Beckett, but it's already kicked off in this race and we are having a lot of action already. But it looks like Santia is going to try and come back at Kebab, but he's not able to make the move. And there we go, Dominon coming through the first, to complete the first lap now, and Sonny keeping on his tail very nicely, so he hasn't broke away as we thought, and he leads the race. But Dominon leading, followed by Sonny. In the background, he looks like Gerler's going to have a go on the Williams Spooner, and he's coming up now to turn 2, and he's just going to have to stay back for a minute. It's very difficult to follow on this track, and you see Gerler going a little bit wide. Ocean Chief potentially now also about to have a move, but he's just holding back as Gerler locks up as they come out through the loop onto the Wellington Straight, and he is gonna not be able to get him. But Owen also making up ground yet again, making a move through in the loop off camera and up into P12. So Owen on a great recovery at the minute, so he's got the chance now to try and make up some ground after that contact on lap 1. So he's not too far behind. However, he does need to get a move on. Hopefully he just needs to hope for himself he can pass through this train ahead of him.
Yeah, there's definitely quite a tight pack here, and once the DRS opens, it's going to be very interesting to see who does what when and who does what mistakes when. But definitely, I think from Gerda all the way down to Owen, I'm expecting some spicy battles soon. And speaking of Owen, he is only 2/10 behind Shiv now, and is really pushing him through the corners.
I was going to say, it's actually the Mustang that he's pushing at the minute. American Power getting the guy down, well, more down the straight, and it looks like Owen's wings are not allowing him to do that. So he's going to be hoping for DRS pretty soon, I imagine, to get him back up. But you can see him going wide already, pushing, and wouldn't be surprised if he's picked up a warning. But you see Snella Henke already on the mediums up into P10. So Snella Henke with a great start from P13, and Cross it comes around the final turn now, and he'll look to attack, but he's on the mediums with Kerr. So these guys in a very nice position already to attack the soft runners when their tyres go off. However, this track is soft to medium, remember, so the quicker they can get up to that pack ahead of them and plant themselves in that DRS train, the greater the chance they've got of actually getting a very, very good result. So yeah, they'll be looking to get on the back of Ocean Chief pretty soon. And Owen and Ford are both going side by side, but Owen not able to get past Maud again, so he's just having to hold back. But Owen getting there, but then ahead of them, Snella Henke trying to get past Kurz, and he has done, and Snella Henke up into P9, but these medium guys battling very hard, and it looks like they are oh, nope, and Kurz has lost it out of Lovecut. He drops down to P17, and that's not what he wanted, and that's
very unfortunate.
Yeah. Oh, he got the turn wrong. I called it Ludcut. It was Woodcut.
Woodcut. Anyways,
moving on.
We know what you mean. So yeah, there's a little bit of a DRS train forming now between from Dominant all the way down to Ocean Chief. They're all within DRS. We're actually in the background. Wait, who's that? Is that Kebab?
We have a four-way battle. What is going on? Oh my god!
I think Owen gets past Maud Mustang, and then Kebab, Shaka in the background have one hell of a battle here. Shiv and Child going side by side actually, and I think Shiv's going to come out ahead. Yeah, it does. So Child, he backs out of this, and a lot of stuff happening.
Yeah, I can't keep up at the minute because that was a four-way battle. I was like, hang on, what the devil's going on? However, they've managed to get through cleanly, so to them. But then Mustang picks up a time penalty, and that's not going to do his race very much. But we are starting to see a lot of time penalties come into play at the moment. So
Gerler on Spooner makes the move stick and gets around the inside into. Is it Lovecut?
Yeah, Woodcut.
Oh, here we go. Anyways,
Lovecut. I love that turn name.
Gerler gets past Spooner into Woodcut, so Gerler up to P6 now.
Oh, but Gerler goes very wide, and he's definitely. It looks like every time they come out of cops, they are going to be picking up a lot of warnings, and they want to try and not go that wide. I know they're battling very hard, but that's not going to be good for the Red Bull guys if they can do that, because they are currently in P2 and P6. But Sonny at the moment sitting very nicely in P2, and you were saying before the race of what he does, and that is go after the leader and nothing happens. But we do have a yellow flag, and that looks like Julia.
Kurz, yeah.
I think he's hit the throttle too much and he's gone out of turn 1. However, we won't know because we missed it. But we do have Shiv and Tidal now battling as they come out of Stowe, and it looks like the Renault driver is going to try and battle the AlphaTauri driver. The AlphaTauri driver goes around the outside and gets the move done. Goes very wide up into Vale, but Tide was going to have another go, but goes over the curb. Very scary indeed on that curb, but loses out to Shiv, and Shiv up to P14, and these guys are very close together and not moving that much at the minute. However, that's going to be the same said for a few people, because I think up top, those guys now are just going to settle into a pace and wait till the pit stop window opens in about 3 or 4 laps time, because the undercut is pretty powerful around here. However, just staying in that DRS and conserving it is what you want to do. As you can see, Dominon hasn't actually really used that much of his DRS up, surprisingly, as well as Sonny's actually used about 20% more, so it's going to be critical for these guys to not use that up. And Ace Boy, same, he's sitting on similar amounts to Dominon, but Dominon looks pretty in control at the minute, and Sonny actually not pushing that hard. So it'll be interesting to see what these guys' pit stop calls are, because the undercut can work out pretty well, but Ace Boy looks like he's getting a little bit closer now to Sonny.
Yeah, so the top 5, they're just sort of managing the gaps at the moment, I think, but they're pushing hard. But I think Sonny definitely wants to make that move for P1 as soon as he can. And actually, sorry, Kebab, and for Mort Fustang, Kebab gets an easy DRS overtake, and that is him up to P11.
Ooh, and that looks like a plate. Well, Stowe's becoming the place to overtake, and Kebab doing very, very well at the moment. Ocean Chief in P8, so the Haas guy is also sitting very nicely as Santia picks up a time penalty, because I was actually on board with them when Kebab was overtaking, and does a very nice job of doing that. And actually, the thing is about Tier 3, all the racing's been very clean, overtakes have been great, and Tide cursed. I have cursed this.
So that is the Mort Fustang around. Sadly, there's no crowd for him to eat today, but he is definitely spun around, and that is not the way he would want to start his first league race here in 2SRL. Anyways, Antoine says, a lot of action, crazy racing, as much action as a whole Monday night. I mean, yes, I would agree, but ACC is just the Chad league. Go watch it every Monday at 7:30.
So, so ACC's the Chad League. Then what's Tier 3?
The Chadet League.
The Chadet League. Okay.
Yeah.
Then what? Tier 1 and Tier 2. Oops, sorry.
We don't speak of them.
Okay. We do not speak. However, Julius. Oh, that's one of the Ferraris round, and Tankilo is spun around out of cops, and you can see him coming back onto the track now in this battle. And Julius trying to get past the Renault of Fustang, but obviously Fustang actually having a pretty strong race before that happened, so we're looking to get back in it. And we can see, if you see on the radar, we have got a few trains forming at the moment, with Dominon keeping it still 7/10 in the Chadet. I'm going to call this the Chadet train now that we've just called it. So looking to probably pit in about a lap or two, because those tyres are probably not feeling too nice at the minute, but it looks like these guys are making it work. And we do see Shaka come into the pits now for the first pit stop, unless he has got any damage. No, he hasn't, so he's coming to the pits to go to the end, because this is the one-stop race, soft to medium. And you can see Dominon locking up pretty heavily at the moment, so those soft tyres are probably not in the best condition, so it'll be now or never what these guys want to do. But you can actually gain like 2 or 3 seconds on the undercut, so it'd be crucial to see when these guys do it. If not, they all do it at the same time. That's their own risk, however, we'll see. But Spooner and Gurler going side by side through cops, and Spooner holding on with Gurler going down the inside of him. But will he do it before Max and Beckers? I don't think he is. Or is Gurler going to try and stick with it? Very risky move, but holds off for now, and sensible by Gurler to get him on the straight with DRS, so fair play to him.
Yeah, sorry, all this is allowing is Ocean Chief to come right up behind him, and behind Ocean Chief as well, Snella Henke. They're really bunched up now. I'm sure we're going to see some sort of overtaking, because, I mean, it is a DRS train, but okay, never mind.
I was going to say we'll see it now. I'm not sure yet. No, we're not. But Snella Henke doing the silent Snella, and he has a Gurler go into the pits, and yes, he does. So he is the first one to act on this opportunity, and that looks like it's not Tied, it's the Fustang again losing out. So Gurler into the pits along with Kebab, so these guys now taking that opportunity to pit and get onto the mediums and make that undercut work for them. But behind Ace Boy...
Oh, and it gets past Snehenki, but Snehenki gets a good run. There's a little bit of tapping there. Quite a risky move from Owen, I would say, but Snehenki stays ahead for now, but there's definitely a little bit of contact there with Owen trying to overtake, and he will have to stay behind for now.
Yeah, it's Henke in a very nice position on these mediums in P8 at the minute, and if he can just stay in this train, he can definitely be on for a top 5 today. So it's looking very, very strong, and the favourite for that top 5 at the minute. Trevor Linden has also done a nice job to stay in P4, but I think those guys are a little bit too far back. But Ace Boy now getting a lot closer to Sonny than he has been in the last 2 laps, and you can see he's using his ERS, and he's going to try and overtake Sonny now. He's got the launch down up to Stowe, and he is going to get moved done round the outside if Sonny doesn't want to battle him, and Sonny doesn't battle him, very close here, but let's see what these guys do as is in pit. But will Sonny go into the pits? And yes, he does. So he...
Ocean Chief making his way past Spooner as well on the inside, and he gets the move done, and it's that Spooner, and he goes straight away into the pits.
I'm just going to call that the Chad. I was going to call it the Chad corner, but I can't really get the Chow corner, because that's where everyone is making their moves. But Sonny obviously now on the medium tyres, and he's going to try and undercut the guys ahead of him. So let's see if that does work out for him. He's got to get a very good outlet to get this strategy to work, because those guys are still going to have DRS. However, I don't think it's not going to be enough for them to jump out, and we see Sonny coming out the pits now. But in relation to where Gerla pitted,
Sonny's going to get some free air as well, to be honest. Might have to make a move on Santia soon, but Santia will be heading into pits, I suspect, quite soon. This might block him a little bit, but Domino and Ace Boy, I'm pretty sure they're going to pit next lap.
Yeah, I mean, if we have a look at the gap to them at the minute, they are currently 31 seconds ahead. So I think that's about the time for a pit stop. And Trevor Linden has spun and does have heavy wing damage, and he's just been passed by Snella Henke and Ocean Chief, so he must have had a bit of coming together with Danny, and he has lost out big time there, so he's going to have to replace his front wing, and that's going to dash his hopes for a top 5 spot for sure. However, Dominon doesn't come in, and Ace Boy doesn't come in, so these guys trying to go deeper into the race. Very brave.
That's happening. Snella Henke on the better tyres, I would say now on the mediums, makes his way past Spooner around the outside, and I think Spooner instantly goes into pits, and Snella Henke is going to be promoted to P3 for now, but it's going to change once he pits, but definitely making those medium tyres work. Yeah,
indeed, and he is definitely getting them to work, and he could be in for even a top 5 finish after Trevor Linden's incident, and that is Fustang off the track yet again in Meggetts and Beckett, but it doesn't look like it's going to cause a safety car or anything at the minute. But the main thing is Sonny has come out in... Sonny is in P7, and he has got up to P5, so he hasn't had to overtake anyone yet because the leaders have not pitted. But the thing is, the gap is still remaining at about 31 seconds, so that's not done in favours. But what that has done is Danny has been jumped by Gerla in the pits. So the Red Bulls doing a very nice strategy, and the undercut, as we shown, is working as Danny drops down, and Ocean Chief's even been jumped by Gerla. However, he's on a on a lap set all of the tyres, and he's in the head of the DRS train, but it shows the undercut is going to work here. And if that's going to work, what's going to happen for Ace Boy and Domnon? But we'll see now as they come through Stoke. Will they pit? That is the major question. As we see Domnon now coming to the pits and Ace Boy coming to the pits, and we'll see Sonny jump them. However, he is coming through Mags and Beckett, so this is going to be a very, very close call as Domnon gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. And that's going to be very, very costly and could take him out of contention for the race win. But Sonny has got it all to lose now as he comes through the hanger straight down Stowe. This is going to be so close.
Oh, it's going to be very tight. I've been following Sonny the past few laps, and he has been improving on his sector times. So, this might actually just promote him up into P1 even without that 5-second penalty, but it's going to be so close, so tight.
He's coming. He's coming now. Dominon and Ace Boy coming up to the end of the pit lane. The question is, where is Sonny? Sonny's now coming. I think Ace Boy has got out ahead of Sonny, and Sonny now coming up through the final turn. Has he done it? This is close, and Sonny gets ahead of Ace Boy, and that is critical, and he has done it. So these guys effectively battling for the race win with Dominon's 5-second time penalty. So Dominon has got to clear the road, but that is huge news for the lead of the race, and as well, while we haven't been looking at, Danny has got past Gerler as well. So a bit of change position, but Dominant, Ace Boy looking to battle Sonny now.
Yeah, Sonny crucially out of that DRS range to help him defend against Ace Boy. So Ace Boy definitely going to be on the attack very quickly. I expect to see him up to P2 soon.
Yeah, Ace Boy knows he can get ahead of his teammate in the Constructors battle today. And if he can just maintain this result, he can put a bit of a decent gap. So we can see a change between the teammates at the top of the championship. And that's going to be pretty big in terms of championship standings. However, it looks like Ace Boy is now going to have a chance to go after Sonny. And Sonny, that undercut could have all been for nothing because Ace Boy is about to get him down the inside into Stowe. And Sonny going to try and defend it, but he just doesn't have the grip. And Ace Boy moves up into provisional P2. But will Sonny now, if he can camp in his slipstream, he does have a chance of getting the win. But it looks like you can see for the last few laps, Ace Boy has been pretty comfortable on these tyres and the softs, so we'll see what happens. And
Ace Boy actually set a purple sector there, so Danny, as I say that, sets the fastest lap with a 1:28. Sorry, I was a bit lean back from Mike there, so it might have been a bit quiet. Anyways, so yeah, there's a little bit of a battle between Gerla and Danny, Ocean Chief, and Owen. They're not quite close enough to make some moves, but they're definitely all within DRS range, so this could be quite an interesting one to watch.
Yeah, these guys now are just, trying to keep it so close together that they, can just feed off each other's slipstreams, and at the end of the race, they can make moves into the final few areas. But as you said, they are pretty close together, and this is one of the two trains that is forming. As Gerla spins, commentator's curse, but he hasn't lost that much time. He's managed to keep it going, so he's not going to lose that much, and we get a safety car.
That's Mort Fustang. He's retired on the track.
Ah, damn! But
this is huge.
This is beautiful for Snella Henke. He can pit. However, the issue is he can't take the softs 13 laps, or can he?
Right. So I think he's gonna have to go for the hard tires. But crucially, he gets a free pit stop. I don't actually know this is great for him because he's gonna have to deal with the hard tires unless he gambles that the safety car is going to be up for a few laps. And he goes for mediums, another set of mediums.
I think that's a bad call. That was a very bad call by Snella Henke. He's just consigned himself to another pit stop. So
that's going to cost him dearly.
Yeah. Sonny pits again. Sonny going onto the soft. So Sonny thinks he can get a better chance of getting to the end of this race on the soft tyre, and knows he's probably going to have a pace advantage, and he's going to come out in P6. But the thing is, taking the soft from here, why it's a good idea. They're only going to give you...
Tough ask.
Yeah, it's a tough ask, because it can be done, but you're going to be like a sitting duck.
Ocean Chief's doing it as well, so is Gerla. They're all going for it.
Yeah.
Drive through for Shiv, speeding on the safety car. That's very unfortunate. But I can tell you who really, really doesn't want this safety car. That's Dominon. He was slowly but surely increasing that gap to 5 seconds between Ace Boy and Sonny, and now safety cars come out, and he's going to have to do all that work all over again.
Yeah, he's definitely going to have to do that. Santia gets a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car as well. Seems like everyone's picking up quite a lot of them at the moment.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of new drivers here who are new to league racing, so I guess they just got to get into the rhythm of how it works. But I think the soft runners... interesting strategy. I don't think it's the right choice.
Yeah, we will see in a few laps, at the end of this race, if it was the right call. And obviously the major one here, Sonny in P7 on those soft tyres. They might just be able to do it because they will have that pace, but the thing is, they're going to have to overtake quite a lot of these cars, and the thing is, all these cars are pitted. But the one that's confused me the most is Snella Henke, because he needs to do another pit stop effectively. So yeah, there you go, he goes into the pits now to go onto the soft tyre, so he realises his mistake. So
that's going to cost him dearly.
It's going to cost him dearly, but it shouldn't cost him too much, because he's going to get that chance. But be interesting to see where he comes out. So I think we're going to get a few more laps on the safety cars. You see now he goes onto the soft tyre, he drops down to P9, but that's just going to be blow for him because he was up in the chance of the to win this race, and now he's had to pit again to go onto the mediums. So he might have just, you know, when he's gone into the pits on the MFD, changed it, and you can see him tumbling down the order. So poor luck for Sarah Henke there, but Sonny now gains a place up into P6, and actually not going that fast. He's actually could preserve his soft tyres, so we could be wrong here. We could be wrong, but the thing is, Dominon does have that 5-second time penalty, so that's why he probably also didn't want that safety car.
Yeah. There's another thing as well is I think the safety car will come in with about 10 laps to go. That's still 10 laps on soft tires. That's still a stretch. So even if you're preserving them now, I still don't. We might see a few punctures happen.
Yeah, we're gonna see as Ocean Chief gets a time penalty with Shiv for a severe collision, but I don't think
Ocean Chief, that's gonna be reported and probably removed.
Yeah, I think Shiv's got into the back. Well, it doesn't look like anything's happened because both of the cars don't have wing damage, so yeah. Yeah, and Lawson saying probably what everyone's gonna say, it gave them the wrong tyres, because it is correct. I mean, you're lucky if they run out the garage at this point. I mean, why Tier 3 is the best? Because Tier 3 is the Chadette, and only that happens in Tier 3. However, we are going to get 12 laps of racing at the end of this, I think, and yeah, we'll see what happens. I can't really predict at the minute.
Well, there's still a huge gap for Julius to try and catch up to the safety car. So are they just going to go without him, or are they going to wait until he catches up and then go?
I think he'll get an extra lap to catch up to the pack for sure, as we've seen Mustang leave the session.
Someone goes into the pits. Who's that? Is that? Oh, 2 people going into the pits. What is?
I think Shiv got a bit of wing damage from that. He must have got a damage from the contact with Chief, so that's why he's got into the pits.
Yeah. But there's also McLaren into pits. So that's Santia into pits. Like, he was on the hard tires, so I think he's probably changing to either medium or soft tires now.
Yeah, for sure, and we'll see how these guys do in a second. But for sure, Dominon, Ace Boy, Danny, Owen, Spooner, Sonny, all in with a great chance of winning this race. But the main thing is, all those soft tires get to the end of the race. I'm actually really excited to see if that can happen.
Yeah, it's gonna be very intense at the end, especially with Sonny being P6 right now, and he's gonna have mega pace compared to the medium tire runners. Although with these people pitting, Shiv is gonna take some time to catch up to safety car, but I do believe he's gonna do it this lap. So we might have one more lap of safety car.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's gonna be the case as well, and it will be in this race as Tranquilo gets a time penalty for crashing into the back of Julius. But this is the one thing about ACC: you don't get a safety car. So
no, you don't.
So this is the only thing about F1. The safety car is probably everyone's best friend. So
or worst nightmare. There is no in between. It's your best friend or worst nightmare.
Very true, very true. I mean, I was just gonna say ACC. If you spin off, it is your nightmare. So there you go, ACC. Just concentrate and pray you're not in the Audi R8 and spin off at the back because of the rear end of that car. Or the Porsche.
Or whatever.
I mean, if you spin off from the Aston, that's quite a achievement. However, safety car is in at the end of this lap, and we are seeing now these guys get ready to go again. But Spooner and Owen trading places. Not sure what's going on there, but hey ho. Let's get back on with racing as Dominon gets ready to lead the pack out of Vale as he comes through Stowe now. The question is, when will he go? We'll ride on board with Ace Boy to find out the answer to that question, and he's just holding them up for a little bit longer, and Dominon just waiting and waiting. We'll see when Ace Boy decides to gun it, but Dominon looks like he's just holding the pack a little bit, and he guns it out of the penultimate turn, and we are off. But we're interested now to see what the rest of this pack does as we see them go as Tranquilo retires from the session as well by going into the pits, and the restart gets off pretty well, not much, as Sonny gets it to P5, so Sonny makes a brilliant move on the Williams of Spooner, as Tidal also tries to get past Spooner. Spooner having a torrid restart, almost losing 2 positions, but it looks like Tidal's going to get him around the outside into the loop, and he does, and Trevor Linden also looking to get past the Williams driver. Spooner trying really hard to get him. Oh, and he has a bit of a moment then, and he looks like a bit of decing. Trevor Linden gets around the outside of him, but no, he comes
Desing's back into him. Okay, that's a bit odd, but I think Trevor Linden's going to get the inside run now, and okay, yeah, he gets ahead of him now. So Spooner, I believe, maybe he's going to fight back with both of them ERS open, and this is very tight. It's hard to tell.
It's the alien technology. Where's the alien technology going?
Oh, they go too wide. Gerla on Spooner, so Spooner losing in yet another position. Ocean Chief right behind him on the soft tires, getting a great exit, and he's probably going to make a move to Spooner. So Spooner,
God, what's going on beyond?
Mercedes off in the Snelle Henke, off in the background.
Yeah, and that Snelle Henke's race gone from bad to worse. He's just going to be not moaning, he's just going to be taking it in his head at the minute, but Spooner having a disastrous restart, dropping down the order like a stone. But Shaka in P11. There's battling going on everywhere at the minute in this mid-pack. We have already had 2 trains form at the minute, and Shiv retiring from the session. Stober behind. He looks like Kurz is going to try and get past Kebab into turn 1. They go wheel to wheel. Now as they come up to turn 2, as we see Kurz set the waterline, but Kebab keeping it as they come up to the loop, and it looks like he has got ahead, but this train getting held up by Spooner at the minute, and these soft runners not being able to make up the ground they can. But up ahead as well, Trevor Linden trying to get past Tidal for P6, and he is not able to. But the one thing is, there has been a breakaway train at the front with Dominon 1 second ahead, and yeah, those mediums looking very nicely. But the one thing is, Sonny has got to get a move on if he wants to have any chance of winning this race, because he doesn't look like those softs are working for him at the moment.
No, he does seem to have a little bit of pace, and he's very close to OM, but it's a big ask for him to get back up to P3 and maintain that for having soft tires that are pretty much 10 laps old, going to be 10 laps old by the end of the race.
Yeah, you can just see at the minute, without the ERS, he's struggling to catch up, but he could make a move now. He's really got to get past these guys. You can see he does have the grip, but following the DRS on this track, well, dirty air on this track, is just so hard to do, and we do see Gerlo and Tidal both now going side by side.
Potentially actually going to get... Oh, he gets 2 moves in one... Wow, that was amazing. So Gerla manages to make a move on Taud, I don't know the corner name, but the fast right-hander, and then into the chicane, he makes another move on Trevor Linden, and he's back up to P6.
Ocean Chief now also about to make a move, and he gets past Spooner into turn 1, so Spooner going backwards, but Ocean Chief with an amazing move as well. We just caught the, the second... the end of those moves, and they both do really well, and wow, they some slick overtaking at the moment.
Yeah, this battle for P10 is really spicing up now, with Shaka only nearly just under 2/10 behind Spooner, and I think DRS will be enabled next lap, and that's definitely going to be crucial for, I think, Ocean Chief as well, because he is trying to stay within DRS range of Taud, and who's that? There's a McLaren off, and I believe that is Santia.
Yeah.
Julius. Yeah,
it is Julius as he goes off at the moment, and it is not the result he wanted, or anyone wanted for them as they come up now. But Shaka looks like he's going to get that final points position, but Shaka crucially not with any penalties, and Kebab.
Oh, also, sorry, Sonny.
Oh, Shaka. Yeah, Shaka with a moment then just keeps it on track, but you're right, Sonny up into P4. Sorry, there is so many overtakes going on at the minute, we can't keep up as Ocean Chief takes P8 from Tidal, but Shaka just had a complete moment doing a tango all over the track, and there you go. Lots going on, but Danny also in contention to get Ace Boy now. This is great racing and great action. Can't keep up wherever you want to go.
Yeah, and sorry, and Kebab, as we say, that Kebab on Spooner up the inside, and that is him up to P10 for that final point, and Shaka as well. Make a move on Spooner, maybe gonna stick around the outside. It seems to be... as he gets spun around by cars. That's very unfortunate, and that's Spooner off, and he's gone from P5 to P14 in one safety car restart, basically.
Basically, he's gone to the Shadow Realm.
Yeah.
And yeah, Spooner down all the way in P14 after getting hit in the back by Kurz. The FIA might be wanting to take a look at that. However, that will be at the end of this race. With them in Dominon 1.5 seconds ahead of Ace Boy, but it's not really going to be enough to get him in where he wants to be. But we do have Kurz and Shaka going for a move now. Shaka lost out to Kurz by the look of it, and he did get him into cuts beforehand. However, he is going to get a bit more ahead as you see Shaka losing a bit and Kurz getting a bit funky out onto the hangar straight. But Shaka's going to have DRS, and he's using it. He's going to try and get Kurz into cuts, goes down the inside, and this looks like a favoured overtaking place for a lot of people. But Kurz is sticking it round the outside and holds it, and Shaka's not able to get him. And there you go, Kurz holding the move for now, but Shaka's probably going to have another chance to get onto the back of him in the next few laps. But at the minute, Sonny has got under 1 second now on Danny, so Sonny needs to get these moves done and get after Ace Boy, because Ace Boy is still in the DRS range of Danny. So this is going to be very crucial for the race win, because I think at the minute, unless anything happens, Dominon is out of contention for the race win.
Yeah, he's going to lose about 5 positions. If Gerda can stay within 5 seconds, like, Spooner's left the session, so that actually might be a disconnect. I'm going to quickly invite him back.
Okay, I'll keep an eye on the traction, but I think Spooner's been having a few connection issues all night. But for P9, Kebab has got past tired, but that isn't changing anytime soon. But we do have a fair few close battles on the track at the moment, and Sonny getting closer and closer to Danny. You can just see him tantalizingly close yet ahead. He does have the DRS, but Danny also does have the DRS on Ace Boy, but Danny has lost it now on him, so Sonny does need to get past the Haas driver if he's going to stand any chance of winning this race. But the thing is, it's just going to be how much is his tyres going to keep in that window to be able to give him enough percentage and performance to attack the Alfa Romeo in the final 6 laps, as we come now actually down to the final 5. My bad, but Dominon setting the fastest lap at the minute, and he is doing that very well. But special mention to Owen to get him back up into the P5 position and not get too much, lose too much out to his teammate, as we're seeing now catching up. But Sonny getting a lot closer to Danny, and he is currently 6 tenths off. But Danny getting a much better exit. He actually even looks like he's even closer to Ace Boy now. And yeah, we're not seeing much change, as we are currently locked into a massive DRS train. But Ocean Chief down in P7, losing it, and that looks like Snella Henke has lost it out of turn 1, so we're not seeing another safety car or anything. But the Haas of Ocean Chief now going to try and have a go on P7 for Trevor Linden, and he is getting a lot closer. But one thing we'll do is get up the time penalties to see where these guys are, and you can see a range of penalties. But saying that, I thought Ace Boy was under a lot of attack then from McLaren, but he is not. Ace Boy still ahead at the moment, not under much more of a threat, but this train is just so close to call, you can't put a prediction on it. Again,
it's anyone's game at this point, and I have a glitch now. I can't see the intervals anymore between any of the cars, so it's going to be a bit more difficult for me to follow the race now. But luckily we only have 4 laps to go.
Ah, yes, they are appearing again as soon as you said that, so I'm not sure why it glitched it, but there you go. Danny currently 3 tenths behind Ace Boy, but Danny also in with a chance of winning this race, so he is in a great position. But Sonny looks like he's just dropped out of DRS range on the Alfa Romeo Haas driver now, and it looks like Danny could be the one to inherit the win of this race. But he's going for it. He's going for it now as they come up to Woodcut. The Haas driver going to try and stick it around the outside as they come onto Luffield, but it's not going to be enough. No, onto Woodcut, because they just come through Luffield, and he has not done it. But this is going to be down to the wire. Dominon getting a little bit further ahead each time, but he's not been able to do it, as we see them now come up through Carps, and this is going to be great value for entertainment with 4 laps to go. Who's going to win, Ace Boy or Danny? Please comment in the chat below and subscribe to our Patreon, because Tier 3 is the best.
Yeah, and with Danny actually losing out quite a bit in the Maggots and Beckett's here, but he's still going to DRS. He has no ERS left, basically, so I think he's just going to preserve for 2 more laps and then make his attack.
Yeah, he's just got to hold it off for now, but let's have a look at it. He's got no ERS. He's completely drained it, and Danny has, but Ace Boy currently having 51, so Danny could have screwed himself over there. Same with Sonny. That could kind of explain why Sonny was dropped out.
Sorry. Ocean Chief and Trevor Linden going very close to hitting each other. I think Ocean Chief went for a bit of a move, had to back out of it in the end. But some great fighting down here for P7 as well.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen battles all over the track today, and well, you can't really put much more on it. It's just been great to see and priceless, and a great return to Tier 3, and hopefully to be back to do some more towards the end of the season, because I've missed this so much. But, you know, I mean, if we can have a rating, have we managed to fix our chemistry? I think so.
There we have.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot more stable than the Codemasters game, or anything is.
That's for sure.
Anyway, Ocean Chief now getting a lot closer. Oh, fuck. Oh, sorry. Beep. Danny getting a lot closer to the Haas driver now, and he is on the back of him again. Ocean Chief as well. Both Haas drivers are on the back of everyone, but Ace Boy getting a bit off. Well, Danny getting a bit off track there, and Ace Boy not losing out, but Sonny crucially back in DRS range for these guys, but he doesn't have it down the straight. So Danny's got 3 laps to get past Ace Boy, but I think he's starting to drop back a bit, and Ace Boy's ERS has crucially got him that a little bit further ahead, what he's needed to do, and it looks like Ace Boy is going to be the new championship leader at the moment. But will Danny have anything to say? Ocean Chief! Ocean Chief!
Yeah, Ocean Chief up the inside of Trevor Linden, and that might actually allow Kebab to get a great run on Trevor Linden as he goes a bit wide here. Ocean Chief up to P7, great overtake, and now all that matters is, can he stay ahead, and can also can Kebab make as Domino gets another 3 seconds? Oh.
That is Domino gone from that race win, and potentially even further, so he's going to definitely drop down to P6. But
Dominon? More like Domagon.
What, Domino gone? Domagon. What, Domino? Was it Domagon does the domino down to the Domagon?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
All right. Well, Danny, only 4/10 off Ace Boy, has 2 laps to overtake, still only has 5% of ERS, using a bit too much in my opinion, but he's losing too much time to mechanisms and backers to do anything.
Yeah, he's just losing it a little bit too much each time, and he's not been able to do it, and he's just lost it. But Ace Boy, you can see, has used a bit more of his ERS, and Danny is just losing it each time. He can't get in the range. He gets close, he loses it, gets close, and then just drops too far back. He's probably about the same distance now, maybe even a little bit further back. So he's just got to find a way how to conserve it. He's just got to pray Ace Boy makes a mistake with 2 laps to go, because it's just not what he just can't have it. But he needs to get a lot closer. I think Sonny's just dropped a little bit too far out of this race at the moment. However, he's going to have a chance. But further back, Kebab, and this battle for P8 is definitely on. But Kebab doesn't have any time penalty, so Kebab could even jump to P6.
Yeah, but it's definitely much more satisfying to do on track. So I think he's still going to gun it for it, and
we have another battle. We have a battle with Kurz and Tidal coming up, and Tidal just holding on in second at the minute, coming up through the loop now. But will he have a go on the racing point of Kurz for the final points position? With he doesn't really need to. No one really needs to overtake at the minute because the time penalty situation. However, look at this. Danny is a lot closer to Ace Boy than he has been. He's going to get one more chance after this, so he's trying to make it count. But he's just used up his ERS again. I know he's trying to get close, but he's just not close enough. And he's just picking his points wrong, I think. And we've just seen that because he's out of ERS, and Ace Boy's just got so much of it in compared to Danny. He's just lost it, and I think, yeah, he's dropped 5/10 back. So unless Danny has a miracle, it looks like Ace Boy's got it.
Yeah, but it cannot be easy driving with the pressure of Danny behind you, breathing down your neck. So there's still a lap to go. Anything can happen. I wouldn't say it's in the bag for Ace Boy, but it's definitely close.
Okay, so you think you're gonna commentate as curses? Oh, sorry, Kebab.
Kebab and Trevor Linden collide. I think very sorry for the high pitch.
I'm just like, the comedy you only get, the comedy you get in Tier 3, and Trevor has. Oh god, I can't think of any more puns. I'm out. I'm out.
Oh my god. Anyways, so they do collide, and that was Trevor Linden spinning off in the background, and
you spin me right round.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. Anyways, Danny, last lap, can he make it? Can he get those I don't think he can. It doesn't seem like he can.
I think he's just a bit too far back. His ERS has gone, and Ace Boy looks like he's going to take victory unless anything happens right now. But he has done a fantastic job to get himself into race winning position and done it. And the chat going Dragon, well, Owen going supporting Kimmy, and you're right, tier 3, best banter, and you only get Kimmy in tier 3 at the moment, but it looks like Ace Boy is going to be winner. But Dominon coming up now, well, up to the final turn, he might be leading on track, but he's not going to be the one winning it, as we see now Ace Boy coming up through the penultimate turn to take victory here in tier 3 in Silverstone. Dominon gets, I thought you got another time penalty, takes victory in Silverstone. Danny with under a second, Sonny with a P3, that soft tyre gamble not paying off, but we'll now see where the penalties come in for the rest of the trackers. Kebab now could be a big mover. It moves to P6, Ocean Chief drops down to P8, Gurla stays there, but where is Shaka going to finish with no penalties? And Shaka jumps it to P9, so not much where he moves to. Trevor Linden drops at the point by a 10th, so not really much you can do. And I think that rounds off tier 3 for today. And Ace Boy, your winner.
Whew. I need a breather. That was a brilliant race, actually. I really enjoyed that one. Silverstone always is a good track to bring action, especially in the F1 game. As people really pushing the limits, and we had a bit of everything today, ups and downs, and what a comeback drive from Owen as well. Speaking of, who are we gonna make a driver of the day?
I'm tempted to say Owen for his comeback, but Ace Boy drove a great race. I'll have a look in a minute, but Kebab also gets a shout out. Well, let me have a look at it. Yeah. I'll have a look at the grids in a minute because I can remember who started, but there you go. Congratulations to Ace Boy doing, I don't know what dance that is, to win. And congratulations to Sonny and Danny on the podiums as well. We will now have a look at the final results. As you can see, Ace Boy winning, Danny in P2, Sonny P3, Owen P4, Dominon P5, Kebab P6, Girl P7, Chief P8, Shaka and Tidal rounding out the top 10. But driver of the day, I'm going to go for Kebab, P20 to P6, no penalties.
Yeah, that's a very, very strong drive from Kebab there for sure. And I kind of want to, maybe Danny actually as well, because he waited all the way from P8 to P2 and he's got a great result from that. So it's between Kebab and Danny for me, but yeah, I think game says Kebab, so let's go for Kebab.
Yeah, Kebab getting what he needed. So yeah, there we go. Kebab is your driver of the day. And what we can do is, if we can get it up, so I don't need to actually get it up, but there you go, Kebab driver of the day, and we'll have a look, see if we can get anyone around, or if I'm gonna be able to drag anyone into the pit of doom. But yeah, Kebab driver of the day, and congratulations to him. Not a full-time seat yet, give this man a seat. But yeah, the game's still being F1, so shut up. And heavily.
I've just been completely ear raped because as soon as my F1 game closed, your volume increased by 2000%. So I am now deaf in 2 ears.
I broke your ears. Delete.
Thanks, F1. Very nice.
Very nice. But right, let's have a look who we can drag in, and we will drag in Ace Boy. Oh no, I didn't drag him in. Oh, we dragged 2 people in by accident. But there you go, P1 and P2 we have here with us. So
I wish I was P4. I wish I was P2.
Hang on.
P4.
But there you go. Right then, who wants to go first?
Give it a race,
Owen.
No, let Ace Boy go first. Let the man go first.
Owen goes first. All right.
Just start. Kimmy, mate, just start talking to Ace Boy. You can start.
All right, Ace Boy. Starting P2 in the grid, getting overtaken by Sonny, and then he does an undercut on you, and you fight your way back up, and at the end having to defend from Danny. How was it?
Quite stressful with Danny behind me. I kind of expected Dominon to make that mistake at the pit entry. I just saw him braking way too late, and then I just knew he was going to get that penalty.
Yeah.
Then after that, I just tried to keep up with him, but he was really quick. So I decided to just defend against Danny. First, he was using a lot of ERS, I believe, in the first part of the second stint. Then afterwards, he was gaining on me, so I decided to just use up more of my ERS than expected, to be honest.
Yeah, and you did a great job defending, and you're right. Danny was, I think he had 5% ERS max throughout the last 10 laps or something. So he was definitely using up a lot of it, and yeah, you definitely held your cool, kept your head clean, and managed to win the race. Words. Anyways, you managed to win the race, so congratulations for that. And Owen, can you talk us through? We saw you had an incident lap 1 and then your comeback drive.
Yeah, I had a decent start, and then into, I don't know what 10 is, there was a gap between the corner and Ace Boy, and I had to brake a little late to keep my position, so I kind of went for the gap, and then Ace Boy closed the gap, and yeah, I had orange wing damage, but I still had my end plate, which was interesting, but I just was slow. I couldn't do anything, and towards the end, when Sonny came out the pits on softs, I used all my ERS just to keep Sonny behind, so Ace Boy could try and get a gap. I tried to keep Sonny behind until his softs died, which kind of worked, and then my last 3 laps I pushed as much as I could to get within that 8 seconds of what's his name, Dominon, to get 4th. But no, it was just a bad race from first lap, very, very negative, but I don't know, P4, I'll take it, I guess.
Yeah, still very good points, and I guess for the constructors, it's great points as well. So yeah, I'd say it's a very good comeback drive, to be honest. You both did a good job out there today, and congratulations, Ace Boy on the win. I've been speaking way too much. If you look back in the stream, my voice went up about 3 octaves in the final laps. But yeah, congratulations to both of you for a great result today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you have anything to add, Adam?
Nope. I think congratulations to both Owen and Ace Boy for the P1 and P2, and Ace Boy taking the lead of the championship.
4! I came 4! Bro, stop bullying me, man. I came 4! I'm getting out of it, man. That's
Yeah.
All right, he's gone.
He's gone.
All right. Yeah. See you, man.
See ya. Bye.
Right then, I think we'll end the stream there. So thank you very much for watching.
Actually,
go.
Mort Fustang wants to quickly explain himself, so
Okay.
I think we can drag him in real quick.
Yeah, I have got him.
Hello.
Hello.
You said you wanted to explain your situation today in the race. Yeah. So you have the floor. Go ahead.
Yeah, basically, it's my first league race for a start, and then I had a lot of the assist stuff that I usually have on, like the ERS and that, and I couldn't manage them properly and kind of just, lost pace, and then had that crash, caused safety car towards the middle of the race. So I'm going to try and get some practice in, hopefully improve for the next one.
Yeah. So this is the first time, like you said, racing without pit assist, ERS and DRS.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah. It's like small things, I guess, that you just to fine tune. And I guess welcome to league racing as well. It's very difficult to get into, especially with this grid. We have some very competitive guys in this grid.
Yeah, I was watching the race last couple of laps. It was a very, very good race.
Yeah. But yeah, still, it's nice of you to join. And I hope you managed to get a hold of those assists, what you can and can't do.
Yeah, hopefully I can.
Yeah, and we'll see you next time around, I guess.
All right, see you.
Thank you very much for explaining.
Bye.
Bye. Okay.
All right then.
I think I see Danny and Chap. I think are we rounding it off?
Yeah. Sorry, I've got to go quickly, but yeah, right then. We'll see you there. Wow.
Well, thank you for joining us, everyone in chat. It's been a pleasure to stream again with Adam. Very much enjoyed the race, and we have I don't know what track it is next week.
What comes up for Silverstone? I can't remember. Oh god damn it! I've done it again. I've done it again. Sorry. But right then.
It's okay.
Right then. It's Silverstone. What comes next? I'm gonna check because that's gonna bug me.
Yeah.
Hungary. There you go.
Hungary. There you go.
Right
so
then.
if you're hungry for Hungary, come join us next week for another, what will probably be a great race. And if not, SLR is streaming. I don't know the times, but they're streaming all from
Half an
Wednesday
hour.
until Saturday.
Yep. Oh, it's 6 p.m. 7 p.m. 7 p.m.
7 p.m. CEST. And okay, Dragon, funny. He says Austria. We've already had Austria. Anyways, and then Tier 2 and Tier 1 on Sunday for 2SL, and then Monday again ACC. You don't want to miss out on ACC because ACC is the best league race that is out there.
It's the Chad League.
Exactly.
It's the
What Adam said.
It's the Chad League, and this guy runs it. So please follow him into his Chad abyss. Chadness compels you to join it.
Exactly. And it's actually been really interesting this season. We have a dominating driver struggling in a new car. So be sure to watch that. And thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Right then, we'll see you then. Take care. We'll be back tomorrow